Hey guys, I just finished walking up the hill, so I'm a little out of breath, but I want to talk to you about some insights and downloads I got while we were having some conversations at brunch yesterday. One of them is, how we are, it's how we co-create reality. So when we are people pleasers, have a hard time setting boundaries, it creates reality. To some extent, I view that as the Democratic Party. Now, don't get mad. I think there's some good things in the Democratic Party, right? I think that, there's a community building, there's compassion and empathy for others. But people pleasing comes in when we're giving more than we have, right? And if we get into the whole structure of the planet, that's like a whole different story because it was slowly tweaked into disharmony over time on purpose by manipulators that are taking advantage of naivete, which all of us have when we don't do our shadow work. So I was looking at how the hysteria around CV-19 put people in fight, flight, or freeze response. And I think a lot of people are still kind of stuck in the frozen response. I think people got used to kind of being stagnant and they're just not going out as much as they used to. I know that for me with trainings, people are like, oh, if you can do it online. I'm like, I guess I'll sit there and make something online for you guys to do, but isn't it more fun to meet together, to be in the energy, to be able to, there's kind of more, joy. I get not everyone can commute and whatever, but anyway, so just be aware. Are you stuck in the freeze response? Bringing insight is sometimes all that's needed for change. If you're stuck in the fear response, it could also be something more subconscious. Like I didn't feel safe in childhood. My free download, Shifting to Healthy Immunity Mindset, addresses that. That's on my website, Ascension Psychology. Now, getting back to the other side, if we look at the Republican side, because they're out of harmony. People are talking about when you vote, it's a lesser of two evils, and you're actually then consenting to evil being allowed on the planet. Because both sides are dichotomies, they're kind of opposites, and neither one is the truth, which would be in the middle, right? So the Republican Party was more the fight side of freeze, flight, or fight, right? So Republicans are more in the maybe freeze, masking up, and the flight, I'm afraid to be close to people. And the Republican Party went more into the fight side of things. Also, not really necessarily in harmony, right? They're shooting guns, which, I think we should all have self-defense. So maybe it's something that they were ignoring that they wanted to get good at in general, because that's setting that healthy boundary. But we don't want to do it to an extreme, right? And that's what's happening, is that we're in extremes. And when we're in extremes, we keep going from one side to the other, to one side to the other. The wisdom, the power, the truth is in the middle. But if we stay split, divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. It'll take generations to get to a balanced perspective. And that's only if you're not putting mind control chips in your head, right? Because now, how are you ever going to resolve this in yourself where you're not addicted to your screen and numbing out and you have time to go in and do the shadow work? When we do our own shadow work, it's how we do the shadow work for society. It's how we get out of the naivete. It's how we set healthy boundaries with people that are taking advantage of what we don't know and what we don't understand. In the free audio, I also have a healing dichotomies where you can actually look at both sides. I've done it so many times with myself, with my own shadow work, that I actually don't even really need to do the meditation. I kind of just look at it, and if I'm working with somebody, I can kind of see the dynamics there too. Sometimes if I meditate, I can see maybe more stuff, but that's what happens. The more you heal, the more light you carry, the easier it is to see. And that's where the law of one comes in, because you're a reflection of me. We're all a reflection of God. And the more light we hold, the more we can heal ourselves and the planet. So there's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. AscensionPsychology.com to get the audio. And immunity, lowercase, capital free, all 4 letters, free, capital, one word as the promo code to get it for free. Anyway, happy shadow working. Looking forward to carrying more light with you and healing this planet.